American gangster, U.S. hustler, home of the brave, and in God we trust. I'm just an American gangster, U.S. hustler, home of the brave, and in God we trust. I'm just an American gangster, U.S. hustler, home of the brave, and in God we trust. I'm just an American gangster, U.S. hustler, home of the brave, and in God we trust. I'm just an American gangster. Chi-town bred, cause I gotta rep the city to the death. Annihilate them till I don't see nothing left. They love it when I spit it for the bitches, now I spit it for the thugs. Hat cocked to the right, hat cocked to the left. Whether it's a four or it's a focus on your chest. I spit it for the lords and the folks and for the crimson for the blood. I'm at the American dream, I roll to the green with the souls and the breeds and the cobras and kings and the 216mm bullets for the niggas that are trying to do the opposite. They don't really wanna see how psycho I can get. I don't really see a motherfucker stopping this. Try to come in at you facing the apocalypse. 40 cal I have a screaming, I don't wanna die.
Alright, what's up? This is Nick Thomas. This is the Knockout Blow on dumboutt.net.
It's King David Estrada representing Chi-Town. I'm here in Detroit having a little fun for New Year's, kicking it with some homies and visiting some family.
So, you got any fights lined up?
As of right now, they're talking about something for the end of February for me, but it's not locked in yet. But right after New Year's, I'm gonna start, camp for the end of February. Even if I don't end up fighting the end of February, maybe March, I'll still be training like I'm training for the end of February.
So you staying at what are you gonna be, 140, 147?
No, I fight in between, I always fight between 47 and 54.
Right.
I haven't fought 54 since probably my first 6 fights, but I will fight 54 if I get the right fight and the money's right. I'll fight. I'm not, I would fight, like I said, I'll fight 54 with the right fight and the right money, but I'm a 47 fighter. I fought my last fight at 152. I think I'll fight my next one at 150, and then most likely I'll be fighting for a top 10 position again, and I'll have to make 47.
There's a lot of big names in 147. And 154, there's some new guys and some new titles out there too. So I think you do well against anybody out there. How'd you get into boxing?
My grandfather and 2 of my uncles, they were boxers. They never turned pro, but they were like Golden Glove, Chicago Golden Glove champs, and they went to the Nationals and all that. When my grandfather was boxing, they had something called a CYO. I don't even know what it stands for, but that was way back, But yeah, so basically I got into it. I told my dad one day, I said, take me to the boxing gym, and he looked at me and he said, you really want to box? I said, yeah. He was like, all right. So he took me and my brother. My brother's younger than me. So when I said I wanted to go, my brother said, yeah, me too. Me too, Dad. He wanted to go too. So we went, and my first sport was football. I used to play football when I was a shorty, and I loved it. And when I was 14, and my dad took me to the boxing gym, after the first day of training, I said, man, forget football, I want to be a fighter. This is what I'm going to be when I grow up. I already knew it. And that's how I got started in boxing.
That's how it is, man. Usually it's in the blood, It's like something, usually it's a grandfather, a father, somebody like that. That's cool, though. So, you mentioned, who you could probably get a fight. Everyone, he claims he can't get fights. Paul Williams, man, he fights in all 3 of them classes. I would think
fight
that'd
Paul
be a good fight.
I'll fight anybody who has a belt, or anybody who's in the top 10 that I can make some good money to fight.
Right.
I'm not, I've never ducked anybody. As a matter of fact,
you can see that's obvious, man.
Right, but like I'm saying, I've never been. See, the thing with me is that I haven't had management until recently. See, I'm not one of these guys that had the easy road like all these Olympians and, you know, people like that, where they have a manager with money, or basically they're a millionaire before they even have their first pro fight because they won a gold medal. I mean, I'm not hating on that. That's good. That's good for them. But see, I had to fight most of my fights as an opponent, except for probably my first like 3 or 4 fights, you know. And after that, that was it. You know, I made my name fighting guys I was supposed to lose to, and I beat them. And that's how I got my foot in the door.
Right. That's cool, man. Cause like, that's true though, guys. I mean, it's you can't hate on them for what they got, but you know, you work for what you got. So when you get to your point, you can look back. You can't be ashamed of what you did because you worked for it. Now you say you just trained with K9 down at the Kronk, the new Kronk.
Right.
What'd you think about the Kronk, man?
Man, it's cool, but I know, like, I never got an opportunity to go to the real Kronk, and I would have loved to. But once I got around to it, they had just closed it like a couple of weeks before I got around to it, so I never got the opportunity. But I like the vibe though, as far as the people in there. You know, you got the old timers in there talking shit. You got a couple hungry amateurs coming up. You got a couple hungry, you know, prospects, pros with a couple fights. You got K9 in there, which is, you know, a good personality for boxing and a real down to earth and cool person, you know. And not to mention,
is he at 154 too?
Yeah, he's 154.
Get in there, man.
Not to mention, he gave me we gave each other great work today. Like, we had a real good workout.
That's cool.
We're going to spar a couple more times before I leave Detroit.
That's cool.
Good shit.
Yeah, the old Kronk, man, it's like, the new one's nothing like it, but you still get a little bit of the flavor.
With the people bring the flavor to it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with, like, me being from Chicago. My gym was Windy City.
Right.
You know, and for me, there ain't never going to be a gym better than that, and it's closed now. They opened up another gym, which is like the same people from Windy City train there, but it's not the same because it's not the same building, and it ain't never going to be the same. You know what I mean? So I can appreciate the old-fashioned boxing gyms with the wooden floors, the brick walls, the taped-up bags, blood all over the mats, you know, all over the ring apron. That's the type of gym I like, you know, and they're almost extinct now.
It's amazing. With all these old cities, even like Philly, all these old ones are shutting them down, man. Like, you got to keep it for historical purposes. Keep them open.
I agree.
So you fought Andre Berto, and you also fought Shane Mosley, and they're fighting at the end of January. Who do you think was the better of them two, and who do you think can win that fight?
Well, I mean, I thought I put on a pretty good show with Mosley, you know, even though he didn't fight me like he fought a lot of other fighters after me, like standing toe-to-toe with Vargas and a couple other fighters. I wish he would have fought me like that. You know, he gave me problems with his footwork. I couldn't really cut off the ring. I wanted to fight. He just wanted to move, stick and move the whole night. Berto kind of boxed me too, but he chose to fight at certain points in the fight, and you know, Berto put me on my back, and I got back up. You know, I always ended every fight on my feet. Looking at this one, man, to tell you the truth, I think Mosley's gonna take it with his experience, and you know, Berto got fast hands, but Mosley's hands ain't slow. He probably got a little more hand speed than Mosley, but Mosley's ring experience, almost same speed, probably same power. I think Mosley's just gonna, he got more things on his side. I would lean towards Mosley.
He's got Nassim Richardson too now,
which is a genius.
He's gonna help him out
big time.